The leaves are falling and fall is in the air, but we're lucky here in Ontario. We really haven't seen much frost yet, but now is the time, because I have time, to clean up the garden. So one thing that I always like to clean up at this time of the year, even though they're starting to look a little bit weak but still performing, are these annuals. These guys here, look at that. That there is one plant. That was a good year. That was a good year. So with the annuals, we're going to put those into the compost bags. You can put these definitely into a composter if you wanted to. A lot of the times you say to yourself, it's fall, I'm giving up on weeding. But you got to remind yourself, every one of these weeds that are sitting right here drop seeds, and those seeds could become weeds next spring. And then there are some of those plants that you could maybe overwinter. Let me show you. Look at that hibiscus, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And you know, tropical hibiscus, we can bring them indoors before that frost and then put them outdoors next spring. The key is we don't want to bring any insects indoors, so we want to use an insecticidal soap like a Bug Be Gone. You want to spray the top side and also get the underside of the leaves about 4 to 5 days before you bring it indoors. Another great plant we can bring indoors is this guy right here. You can see this elephant ears. Look at the size of that leaf. You just need a lot of space. The work that you get done now is going to save you time in the spring. Okay, before even cleaning up your vegetable garden, I want you to take some pictures. This is just this little small tomato and basil garden with a few peppers. And the reason why I'm taking pictures is I want to remind myself where I planted things for next spring. That way I can do crop rotation, not planting the tomatoes in the same space. Next up, these tomatoes here still putting on some fruit. And because of that, I want to go through and take the good ones and throw the bad ones away. You can see, look, that one there by a mouse got eaten. This one here's got a little bit of disease. Then we're going to get some of these green ones. For the green ones, I'm going to place them indoors, put a ripe one with them, and some of these green will turn red. After you've done that step, the next step, cleaning up and tearing out. I got to get my gloves. One of my favorite times, you're probably saying, oh, aren't you sad? But no, cleaning up my garden in the fall is so important. My basil plants, they were huge this year. But the reason why we need to clean that garden up in fall is we want to make sure that none of this foliage is going to sit there and create disease next spring. If you have any plants that are diseased, make sure you get rid of them, and then just amend the soil to improve it for next season. And that's it. Your garden cleaned up and you're ready for spring 2017. Bye-bye. Winter protection of cedars in fall. Yeah, we got to think about winter right now. And a lot of times people think you need to put burlap around. Well, I want to show you a scenario where you don't. Right now we're in a shaded location, protected from wind. The biggest concern we have with my cedar right here is a snow load coming off the roof of the house and then busting open the cedar. So all we have to simply do with this is not burlap, but twine. We're going to run our way around and just tie it up. And by tying it up, we're going to bound it nice and tight. It'll be firm, and that way it won't be impacted by snow and or freezing rain. This is the only time I can tie something up and not get in trouble.